In this video, we will talk about 18 daily habits that can quickly destroy your kidneys. Have you ever thought that you could be damaging your kidneys with your daily actions and habits? Some seemingly harmless actions, when repeated regularly, can cause serious damage and jeopardize your life. It's important to pay attention to these bad habits before you go about your day. The fact is, 90% of Americans don't notice kidney problems until they become serious. Our bodies often mask the early stages of kidney disease, and serious damage can occur before symptoms appear. When symptoms such as swelling, head fog, fatigue, weakness, muscle twitching and cramping, back pain, and others appear, it may be too late, as late stages of kidney disease are more difficult and expensive to treat. It is important to note that most kidney damage is irreversible, especially chronic damage. When the kidneys fail, toxins build up in the body, leading to a host of health problems and severe pain. In the worst-case scenario, kidney failure will require dialysis or a kidney transplant to sustain life. Now there is a simple way to improve the situation: change your lifestyle. Healthy daily habits can protect your kidneys, while unhealthy ones can harm them. The choice is yours. Risk kidney damage or make conscious decisions to save your kidneys. However, before you make any changes, you need to understand what those changes are. In the next few minutes, we'll not only point out these bad habits, but also provide practical tips and solutions for keeping your kidneys healthy. Get ready for some shocking revelations. Before we begin, let's note that all the information in this video is verified, unbiased, and confirmed by qualified experts. A link to Google Docs with over 100 studies supporting our claims is at the end of the description below this video. So, it's time to review the worst daily habits that can quickly destroy your kidneys. Number 18. Excessive salt intake. Imagine a silent menace hidden in your everyday food that is so common that it is often overlooked. Too much salt. Salt, or sodium chloride, is essential for many bodily functions. But excessive salt intake creates a serious problem for the kidneys. The kidneys filter waste products from the blood. The problem starts with hyperfiltration, when the kidneys work overtime to excrete excess salt. Simply put, salt molecules have a hard time passing through the kidney nephrons, leading to increased glomerular pressure. This extra workload not only fatigues the kidneys, but can also lead to kidney damage and disease. In addition, high sodium intake can reduce the effectiveness of some kidney-protecting medications, such as angiotensin-converting enzyme inhibitors and calcium antagonists. In addition, excess salt intake can upset the delicate balance between sodium and potassium, further reducing kidney function. The World Health Organization, WHO, recommends consuming less than 2 grams of sodium per day per person. However, Americans currently consume 50% more salt than the recommended daily allowance. Processed foods such as instant noodles, canned foods, and pickles are high in sodium and can harm the kidneys. To keep your kidneys healthy, try to reduce your sodium intake and flavor your food with herbs and spices instead of salt. For example, use garlic powder instead of garlic salt. Also, make it a habit to read food labels when you go shopping. Choose fresh meats, fruits, and vegetables, which tend to have less sodium than packaged foods. It usually takes 6 to 8 weeks for your taste buds to get used to less sodium. But once you get used to it, you may find that previously enjoyable foods like potato chips seem too salty. If you enjoyed our video, please give us some tips by giving us a like, and we'll be doing more content like this. Number 17. Excessive sugar consumption. The transition from a sweet treat to a bitter outcome for the kidneys begins when blood sugar levels rise above 180 milligrams per deciliter. When this critical threshold is reached, the kidneys, to cope with the overload, begin to excrete sugar with urine. This may seem like a safety valve, but it's actually the starting point of potential kidney damage. High blood sugar levels can damage the tiny blood vessels in the kidneys, impairing their filtration capacity. This damage can manifest as proteinuria, when the body loses valuable proteins with the urine. Over time, proteinuria can progress to chronic kidney disease and, if not properly treated, kidney failure. In addition, high sugar intake increases blood pressure, which puts additional strain on the kidneys. This increased load can accelerate the development of chronic kidney disease and even end-stage renal disease, ESRD. In short, excessive sugar consumption poses a significant risk to kidney health. As noted in a study published in Frontiers in Nutrition in 2023 and reported by Harvard Health, a follow-up of 2,833 adults over 11 years found that the risk of kidney stones was 88% higher in people who got 25% or more of their daily calories from added sugars, compared to those who consumed less sugar. This study emphasizes the need to reduce sugar intake to maintain kidney health and prevent kidney stones. To minimize the health risks associated with excessive sugar consumption, limit your intake of processed foods and sugary drinks, which are often high in added sugars. Instead, favor whole foods and natural sweeteners. A kidney-friendly diet should include plenty of fruits, vegetables, healthy fats, and lean proteins, with less salt, sugar, and refined carbohydrates. Number 16. Excessive consumption of meat. Consuming too much meat, especially red meat, creates a greater acid load in the digestive process than plant proteins. This increased acidity can put a strain on the kidneys and contribute to both the development and acceleration of chronic kidney disease. Over time, this condition can lead to kidney failure. Replacing red meat with other sources of protein such as fish, poultry, or plant-based foods can greatly reduce the risk of kidney damage. Plant proteins and lean meats such as poultry and fish are better choices because they produce less dietary acid and fewer harmful byproducts such as glycation end products and uremic toxins. A 2017 study found that high intake of acid-producing red meat, combined with low intake of base-forming plant proteins, such as chickpeas, broccoli, or beans, can cause kidney damage. These findings suggest that excessive meat consumption can negatively affect kidney health and lead to the development of CKD and ESRD, even in people without certain risks. Therefore, it is worth replacing red meat with plant-based sources of protein, such as soy and legumes, to preserve kidney health. Another harmful effect of eating too much meat is the formation of uremic toxins, such as triethylamine N-oxide, TMAO, indoxyl sulfate, and p-cresyl sulfate in the gut. These toxins are associated with an increased risk of death from heart problems and can accelerate the progression of kidney disease. In addition, high protein intake, especially from animal sources, can harm the kidneys by increasing blood flow and pressure in the kidneys. This can cause glomerular hyperfiltration, which accelerates the progression of chronic kidney disease. Current dietary guidelines recommend a protein intake of 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight per day if you have chronic kidney disease but are not on dialysis. If you are on dialysis, 1 to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight per day is recommended. Number 15. Excessive physical activity. Excessive exercise can cause kidney damage in a variety of ways. One of the main causes is rhabdomyolysis, a condition in which intense exercise destroys muscle cells by releasing a protein called myoglobin into the bloodstream. This protein can cause kidney damage. Factors that increase the risk of rhabdomyolysis include dehydration, certain muscle diseases, use of painkillers such as non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, unwillingness to drink a lot of water, hot weather, and intensity of exercise. A 2022 study published in the Sport Journal examined how different types of exercise affected kidney disease. They found that moderate intensity, prolonged exercise was generally beneficial for patients with acute and chronic kidney disease. In contrast, intense exercise, especially if you don't drink enough water and it's hot outside, can cause sudden kidney damage and worsen kidney disease, possibly leading to kidney failure. In addition, endurance events can cause acute kidney injury, AKI, due to pigmentary nephropathy. This occurs when myoglobin from damaged muscles and hemoglobin from damaged red blood cells cause narrowing of blood vessels in the kidneys. This narrowing can harm the kidney tubules directly, causing tubular toxicity. This type of kidney damage occurs most often in dehydrated people, those with rhabdomyolysis, or those taking medications such as NSAIDs. We will talk more about this in the next section. To break the habit of overtraining and protect your kidney health, listen to your body and slow down if you find exercise too hard. If you have sore muscles or joints, if you find it hard to speak because of heavy breathing, if you have a fast heartbeat, or if you don't recover within an hour after a workout, it's worth using the app to monitor your progress and adjust your training regimen if necessary. Number 14. Overuse of painkillers. Overuse of painkillers can harm your kidneys, a condition called analgesic nephropathy. It often occurs with long-term use of painkillers or analgesics, especially over-the-counter medications with acetaminophen or NSAIDs, such as aspirin, ibuprofen, or naproxen. People who self-medicate with over-the-counter painkillers for chronic conditions such as headaches or arthritis should be cautious. While these medications are easy to obtain, they should not be taken daily or regularly without first consulting a doctor. Thousands of Americans have damaged their kidneys by using these medications for too long and on a regular basis. For people with chronic kidney disease or end-stage renal disease, ESRD, in short, NSAIDs are very dangerous because they can reduce blood flow to the kidneys, impair their function, and potentially lead to kidney failure. In addition, NSAIDs can increase blood pressure, exacerbating kidney damage in these patients. Symptoms of kidney damage from taking painkillers include feeling tired, needing to urinate more often, blood in the urine, back pain, decreased urine output, decreased alertness, feeling drowsy, confused, or tired, decreased sensation or numbness, especially in the legs, nausea, vomiting, bleeding, and swelling throughout the body. Number 13. Ignoring the urge to urinate. Ignoring the urge to urinate, often called ignoring the call of nature, can lead to a number of health problems, including kidney damage. When urine is not fully excreted from the body, it can lead to a condition called hydronephrosis, in which one or both kidneys swell. Without treatment, hydronephrosis can lead to kidney failure. Constant urinary retention increases the risk of developing urinary tract infections, UTIs, because the overcrowded bladder becomes a breeding ground for bacteria. These infections can then spread to the kidneys and cause kidney damage. In addition, prolonged urinary retention can cause the bladder to overstretch, which can damage the bladder itself and increase pressure on the kidneys, which can damage them. Also, if you don't go to the bathroom when you feel the urge, it can lead to tearing of the bladder walls. This can cause the bladder to retain urine more poorly and urinary tract infections to occur more frequently, which can be further complicated by kidney infection or sepsis. To keep your kidneys healthy and effectively fight urge to urinate, take regular bathroom breaks and go when you feel the urge without delaying it. If you feel discomfort, urinate immediately upon waking up to start your day and establish a regular urination cycle. You can schedule regular bathroom breaks by setting an alarm to remind you to go to the bathroom every 2-3 hours. This simple tip will help lower your blood pressure and prevent emergencies. Number 12. Ignoring urinary tract infections. Urinary tract infections, or UTIs for short, are bacterial infections that affect parts of the urinary system, such as the bladder, kidneys, or urethra. Most urinary tract infections are treatable with antibiotics, but if symptoms are ignored, the infection can worsen. If left untreated, the infection can spread to the kidneys, which is called pyelonephritis. This can lead to permanent kidney damage or even sepsis, a life-threatening reaction to infection. The urinary system plays a vital role in filtering waste and maintaining the balance of fluids in the body. However, in urinary tract infections, when bacteria build up in the urinary tract, they can cause infections. These infections lead to symptoms such as pain, frequent urination, burning, cloudy or bloody urine, and constant urges to urinate. A 2014 study published in the Turkish Journal of Medical Sciences looked at 276 people with bacteria in their urine, or patients with bacteriuria, and focused on urinary tract infections in people with chronic kidney disease. The study found that older patients with chronic kidney disease, especially women with kidney stones, are more susceptible to upper urinary tract infections. Therefore, if you experience symptoms of a urinary tract infection, such as burning or pain when urinating, it is best to see your doctor. Your doctor may also check you for other problems with your urinary system or kidneys, such as kidney stones. Chronic kidney infections can lead to serious complications such as cirrhosis, pus filling the kidney, which can lead to loss of kidney function. Number 11. Ignoring high blood pressure. Ignoring high blood pressure harms the kidneys by damaging the blood vessels that carry blood to them. The damage causes the vessels to become stiff, which reduces blood flow to the kidneys and prevents them from working. In addition, the tiny blood vessels inside the kidneys that filter blood can also be damaged. The link between high blood pressure and kidney damage is a major concern because nephrons, the microscopic structures that filter blood inside the kidneys, are damaged. When the blood vessels that feed the nephrons are damaged, they do not receive enough oxygen and nutrients, further impairing kidney function. Thus, a deleterious cycle occurs where the damage to the kidneys makes it more difficult to control blood pressure, which in turn can lead to kidney failure. A study published in 2005 in the Journal of the American College of Physicians examined how high blood pressure affects kidney disease in different ethnic groups. The study, which included 1,172 participants, found that the risk of developing kidney failure was 32% lower in the low blood pressure group compared to the group with normal blood pressure. Similarly, the risk of developing kidney failure or death was 23% lower in the low blood pressure group. This study emphasizes how important it is to detect and treat high blood pressure early to prevent kidney disease. Long-term management strategies are needed to prevent kidney damage from high blood pressure. Lifestyle changes such as increasing physical activity, maintaining a healthy weight, quitting smoking, managing stress, and eating less salt are critical to lowering blood pressure. These changes can actually reduce the risk of developing kidney damage. In addition, medications specifically designed to lower blood pressure, such as angiotensin-converting enzyme inhibitors and angiotensin receptor blockers, play a key role in slowing the progression of kidney disease associated with high blood pressure. Number 10. Poorly controlled diabetes. High blood sugar levels associated with diabetes can damage blood vessels and nephrons in the kidneys, the tiny structures that filter blood. This damage can impair kidney function, leading to chronic kidney disease. According to the National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, NIDDK, diabetes is the leading cause of kidney disease. About 1 in 3 adults with diabetes has kidney disease. The National Kidney Foundation, NKF, also emphasizes that diabetes is a major risk factor for developing CKD. Thus, the longer a person lives with diabetes, the more likely they are to develop kidney disease. This link emphasizes the importance of proper diabetes management to prevent diabetic kidney disease, DBP, which can progress to end-stage renal disease, ESRD, if not properly treated. High blood pressure, a common complication of diabetes, can further damage the kidneys by damaging the blood vessels needed for filtration and regulation, as we mentioned in the previous section. Therefore, effective diabetes management includes controlling blood pressure, as well as blood sugar and cholesterol levels. This comprehensive approach should include a healthy diet, regular exercise, adherence to prescribed medications, and regular medical checkups to monitor kidney function. Number 9. Skipping regular exercise. Exercise has many benefits for people with kidney disease, including better blood pressure control, improved sleep quality, increased physical strength, and reduced levels of anxiety and depression. Conversely, a lack of regular exercise can rob you of these benefits and even worsen your kidney function. But as we've discussed, it's important to remember that while exercise is beneficial, intense exercise, especially in hot weather, can lead to dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Therefore, moderation and proper exercise is very important for people with kidney problems. Research has long shown that lack of activity can lead to decreased strength and physical performance, which is often seen in patients with CKD. A Cochrane review published in 2011 examined the benefits of exercise for adults with CKD. The review, which included 45 studies involving 1,863 people, found that regular exercise makes you fitter, increases aerobic capacity, and increases the amount of oxygen your body can use by about 56%. In addition, exercise lowers blood pressure and heart rate, improving health-related quality of life. These findings show how important it is to make long-term changes in your life to be more active and improve your kidney health. To break the habit of skipping regular exercise and keep your kidneys healthy, try to get at least 30 minutes of moderate activity each week, such as running, biking, walking, or dancing. If you are just starting to exercise or have kidney problems, start with small, gentle movements and gradually increase the intensity to avoid injury. Regular short sessions are often more effective than infrequent, long sessions. Here's a good tip to help you stay motivated and on track. Keep a diary or online app to track your progress and set fitness goals. Then celebrate your accomplishments with rewards that aren't food to keep you motivated. Also, choose enjoyable activities such as gardening, raking leaves, or picking seasonal fruit. For extra motivation and support, exercise with friends, family members, or coworkers. You can even start a walking club at work or schedule regular walks with a friend to turn fitness into a fun and social habit. Number 8. Drinking soda. You probably know that soda is not very healthy, but do you realize how much damage it can do to your kidneys? Sodas, especially colas, can increase your risk of developing CKD because of their high sugar and phosphoric acid content. The high sugar content in sodas can contribute to obesity, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease, which are all risk factors for developing CKD. In addition, the phosphoric acid found in cola drinks can alter the composition of urine, which increases the likelihood of kidney stones. One more thing that increases the likelihood of developing CKD. A 2014 study published in the journal Nephrology Dialysis Transplantation conducted a systematic review of 17 studies that examined the link between different types of sodas and CKD. They found that regular consumption of sugar-sweetened sodas was associated with a 58% increased risk of developing CKD. Even regular consumption of artificially sweetened sodas increased the risk of developing CKD by 33% compared to no sodas. Thus, reducing soda consumption may help stop the development of CKD. Instead, choose healthier beverages such as water, unsweetened tea, or low-fat milk to reduce your risk of developing CKD. Number 7. Consumption of processed foods. Consumption of processed foods, especially ultra-processed foods, or UPF for short, can significantly affect kidney health. UPFs are industrially produced foods that contain high amounts of artificial additives, sugar, refined carbohydrates, harmful trans fats, and too much salt. These ingredients make processed foods very tasty and hard to resist, which can lead to overeating. Even worse, processed foods are usually low in beneficial nutrients, such as fiber and micronutrients. These foods may even contain contaminants from the packaging process. Studies show that consuming large amounts of UPF can be very harmful to the kidneys. A study published in the American Journal of Kidney Diseases found that people with chronic kidney disease who consume more UPF worsen their condition and even die. This study emphasizes the importance of dietary choices in maintaining kidney health. To protect kidney health, it is recommended that you reduce your intake of UPF. The study included more than 14,000 U.S. adults who did not have CKD at baseline. People who consumed the most UPF had a 6% higher risk of developing CKD compared to those who consumed fewer processed foods. Reducing your intake of these processed foods can significantly reduce your risk of developing kidney-related problems. To improve kidney health and reduce the harm from processed foods, drink plenty of fluids to help the kidneys eliminate sodium and toxins and prevent kidney stones. Eating a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains can also support kidney health and reduce the likelihood of developing diseases such as high blood pressure and diabetes. By writing down what you eat in a food diary, you can track your habits and make healthier choices. In addition, a renal nutritionist can provide valuable advice on how to adjust your diet to support your kidneys and overall health. Number 6. Sitting for too long. The link between prolonged sitting and kidney disease persists, even after accounting for other factors such as age, gender, smoking, and physical activity level. Studies have shown that people who sat the least had the lowest risk of developing CKD, regardless of how much they usually exercise or how much they weigh. The study, published in the 2022 Sports Medicine Journal, analyzed data from 4,55056 participants over 21 years. The study found that sitting for long periods of time at work was associated with an increased risk of kidney problems, including a 26% higher risk of developing chronic kidney disease, a 19% higher risk of needing dialysis, and a 43% higher risk of dying from kidney problems. Even a little exercise, as little as 15 minutes a day, can help reduce these risks. That's why it's important to cut down on sedentary work to maintain kidney function. Here's a smart tip. Even when you're sitting, you can still exercise. Try keeping a small bottle of water on your desk at work. Not only will this help you stay hydrated, but when it's empty, it will serve as a good reminder to get up and refill it, giving your body a break from sitting. That's like 2 benefits for your kidneys. Number 5. Not drinking enough water. Dehydration occurs when the body loses more water than it takes in, causing an imbalance of vital electrolytes such as potassium, phosphate, and sodium. These electrolytes are essential for the transmission of electrical signals or messages between cells. If their balance is disrupted due to insufficient kidney function, it can lead to serious health problems including seizures, involuntary muscle movements, and loss of consciousness. Severe dehydration can even lead to kidney failure, which is life-threatening and fraught with anemia, damage to the central nervous system, heart failure, and a weakened immune system. In addition, dehydration increases the likelihood of kidney stone formation, complicates urolithiasis, and increases the risk of developing CKD. Therefore, it is very important to maintain hydration by keeping your body's water levels stable day in and day out to avoid significant water deficiency. Proper fluid intake not only replenishes fluid loss, but also helps the kidneys get rid of waste products, which is their important task. However, drinking too much water is dangerous, especially for people with kidney problems. When the kidneys don't work properly, waste products accumulate, and excess fluid can dilute important electrolytes, leading to nausea, vomiting, headaches, fatigue, confusion, low blood pressure, muscle weakness, muscle twitching or seizures, anxiety, irritability, seizures, and even coma. The kidneys play a critical role in maintaining fluid balance in the body and filter more than 200 liters of fluid each day. Their ability to regulate the amount of water in the body is greatly influenced by hormones such as arginine vasopressin, or AVP, and parts of the renin-angiotensin system. When AVP levels are high, the kidneys reabsorb more water, which can increase their workload. Drinking plenty of water can lower AVP levels, potentially easing the burden on the kidneys and helping them work well. However, researchers are still figuring out whether increasing the amount of urine to protect the kidney's filtering capacity, especially in people with CKD, is a good idea. The results of the studies are mixed. To make sure you're drinking enough water and keeping your kidneys healthy, keep an eye on the color of your urine. It should be a straw or paler shade, as dark urine often indicates dehydration. Also limit your intake of caffeinated, sweetened, and alcoholic beverages, as more water is needed to process the toxins and chemicals they contain. Instead, opt for plain water to stay hydrated. Number 4. Smoking. Smoking harms your kidneys in both the short and long term. In the short term, it can raise your blood pressure and heart rate due to stimulation of the nervous system. Long-term or chronic effects are due to damage to the cells lining your blood vessels, called endothelial cells. Even secondhand smoke is associated with increased enzyme activity in the kidneys, which can interfere with normal blood flow to the kidneys and damage them over time. Smoking can also reduce blood flow to the kidneys, causing diseases such as peripheral artery disease and atherosclerosis, which also affects the kidney arteries. If you already have CKD, smoking increases your risk of developing cardiovascular disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes, conditions that can accelerate the progression of CKD and potentially lead to kidney failure. In a 2007 study published in the American Journal of Nephrology, researchers found an association between smoking and the progression of CKD in 11 of 12 selected articles, specifically noting that consuming more than 15 packs per year significantly increased the risk of developing CKD. Smoking has been shown to affect kidney function even in healthy individuals. It is associated with an increased risk of proteinuria, which means too much protein in the urine, especially in people with high blood pressure and high blood sugar. Number 3. Not getting enough sleep. Insufficient sleep is associated with faster decline in kidney function and faster progression of CKD. This is because sleep helps regulate kidney function and maintain the proper balance of fluids and electrolytes in the body. In addition, sleep affects the regulation of hormones, including those involved in kidney function, such as the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, RAS. Sleep disturbance can lead to overactivation of this system, increasing blood pressure and putting additional strain on the kidneys. In addition, lack of sleep often results in blood pressure not being lowered. Normally, blood pressure decreases during sleep, giving rest to the cardiovascular system and kidneys. However, poor sleep can cause blood pressure to rise during the night, which is a risk factor for progression of CKD. Sleep deprivation has also been shown to increase levels of inflammatory cytokines and activate inflammatory pathways. Chronic inflammation can directly contribute to kidney damage and exacerbate existing kidney disease. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine in 2019 examined the relationship between sleep and incidence of CKD in 194,000 participants without CKD aged 20 years or older between 1996 and 2014. People who slept less than 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours, or more than 8 hours had a 4%, 7%, and 12% increased risk of developing chronic kidney disease, respectively, compared to those who slept 6 to 8 hours. Conditions such as sleep apnea, which are common in people who don't get enough sleep, can lead to further kidney damage. Sleep apnea often leads to recurrent nocturnal hypoxia or low oxygen levels, which exacerbates the decline in kidney function. In addition, chronic sleep deprivation is associated with a number of health problems, such as obesity, type 2 diabetes, and hypertension, all of which are risk factors for developing CKD. These conditions can cause or worsen kidney damage over time. To break the habit of sleep deprivation and keep your kidneys healthy, try the following. Create a peaceful sleep environment by making sure your bedroom is cool, dark, and quiet. Establish a regular sleep schedule by going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends. Regular physical activity and being outdoors will help you fall asleep more easily and improve sleep quality. Number 2. Excessive alcohol consumption. According to the National Kidney Foundation, excessive alcohol consumption doubles the risk of developing kidney disease. Alcohol can harm the kidneys because they can't filter out all the toxins in alcohol fast enough and increases the likelihood of high blood pressure, which is the leading cause of kidney problems. In addition, dehydration caused by alcohol impairs kidney function and changes the body's water and mineral balance. In addition, liver disease caused by alcohol abuse can further damage the kidneys by disrupting blood flow to them and increasing the strain on them. Worse, alcohol abuse can cause acute kidney damage due to sudden spikes in blood alcohol levels. A study published in 2019 in the journal Nutrients examined the link between alcohol consumption and chronic kidney disease. In this study, researchers followed 4,520 adults for 8.5 years and found that alcohol consumption increased the risk of developing CKD by 15%. It is crucial for people, especially those with medical conditions or taking certain medications, to either avoid alcohol completely or consume it in moderation, as excessive consumption can lead to high blood pressure, which is detrimental to kidney health. And finally, our winner is number 1, excessive caffeine consumption. Excessive caffeine consumption, usually defined as exceeding 400 milligrams per day, especially in people with specific genetic variants, such as the SNP 762551 reference variant in the CYP1A2 gene, can lead to impaired kidney function. In high doses, caffeine acts as a diuretic, but in low to moderate doses, it can have a protective effect on the kidneys in healthy individuals. This is because caffeine is similar in structure to adenosine, a hormone that affects blood flow in the kidneys. Caffeine is a natural diuretic, meaning it stimulates urine production in the kidneys, removing water and electrolytes from the body. A 2007 study published in the Journal of Renal Nutrition found that high levels of daily caffeine intake may increase the risk of acute kidney injury in breast cancer patients undergoing chemotherapy with platinum salts who are already exposed to nephrotoxic compounds. Of 108 patients undergoing chemotherapy, 34 developed AKI, and patients consuming large amounts of caffeine, greater than or equal to 386 milligrams per day, had twice the risk of developing AKI than the others. Moderate caffeine consumption is usually not harmful to the kidneys, but caution should be used, especially if you drink a lot or have kidney problems. To reduce excessive caffeine consumption and its effects on kidney health, switch to decaffeinated coffee or tea to enjoy its flavor and potential health benefits without caffeine. Utilize alternative energy sources such as water, fruits, and vegetables to stay hydrated and get the nutrients you need. Limit or eliminate foods and beverages that contain caffeine from your diet. For example, dark chocolate contains a high concentration of caffeine. Sodas such as Coca-Cola and Mountain Dew are also high in caffeine. Now, consider the early signs of kidney disease. As you age, your risk of developing kidney and urinary tract disease also increases. When kidney disease progresses to a severe form, you may notice some symptoms. The first sign: swelling of the hands and feet. Swelling occurs because the kidneys struggle to balance fluid, causing fluid retention in the body, resulting in bloated extremities. The second sign: fatigue and weakness. Erythropoietin is a vital hormone for producing red blood cells and maintaining energy. When kidney disease occurs, erythropoietin production decreases. This decrease can lead to anemia or lack of blood cells, making you feel constantly tired and lacking energy. The third sign: muscle twitches and cramps. Kidney problems can cause an electrolyte imbalance, which directly leads to muscle twitches and cramps. Fourth sign: cognitive impairment. A clouded brain and problems with clear thinking can be the result of toxin buildup in the blood. Remember that toxin buildup is due to improper kidney function. Fifth sign: back pain. Back pain, although often overlooked, can be a sign of kidney dysfunction, whether it's an injury or kidney stones. Sixth sign: increased urination. The kidneys are trying to excrete waste more frequently, a sign of their disorder that should not be ignored. Recognizing these signs means not only seeing a kidney problem, but also taking action early to prevent the condition from worsening. Early detection and treatment can make a big difference in the course of kidney disease. The National Institute of Diabetes and Digestive and Kidney Diseases, NIDDK, emphasizes that it is important to get screened for kidney disease if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, or a family history of kidney failure. This is because early detection of kidney disease can slow or even stop its progression. By adhering to a healthy diet, engaging in physical activity, striving for a healthy weight, and controlling underlying health conditions, you are not only protecting your kidneys, but also advocating for a happier and healthier life. To keep your kidneys healthy, you need to give up some daily habits that can be harmful. These include excessive consumption of salt, sugar, meat, and caffeine, as well as overuse of painkillers, ignoring urinary urges and infections, sitting for long periods of time, not getting enough sleep, excessive alcohol and caffeine consumption. These habits tend to affect more than just the kidneys, don't they? Are any of them similar to yours? Give us your thoughts in the comments and let's exchange ideas on how to get rid of these bad habits. Perhaps it will help someone else in our community. It is important to prioritize a healthy lifestyle, which includes eating a balanced diet low in processed foods, staying hydrated, and avoiding harmful substances such as tobacco and excessive alcohol consumption. In addition, it is always a good idea to engage in physical activity, aim for a healthy weight, and treat underlying medical conditions such as diabetes and hypertension. If you have any concerns about your kidney health or symptoms related to kidney problems, it is important to see your doctor for proper evaluation and guidance. For those interested in the evidence, a link to Google Docs with studies supporting our claims is at the end of the description below this video. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments. More information on this topic can be found at the links in the description below this video and on our channel.
Subscribe and hit the bell for all notifications. Please like and share this video with your friends. Thanks to our sponsors for their support. I eagerly await your comments and encourage you to watch these useful videos.